Take a little breath here. People. Thank you so very much.
Hello, hello, people. Could you please mute your mic if you are not speaking? Remedy, could you mute your mic? And anyone else that doesn't have the thank you for doing that. I appreciate the opportunity and always am excited. I'm sorry, my video is not on. I am where it will not be clear. But I suppose, or I assume my voice is clear and I'm audible. I want to appreciate this opportunity. I want to appreciate Phytoscience, and particularly, I want to appreciate my mother in the business. It's just a pity my video is not here. Otherwise, you'll be wondering why a 50-plus-year-old woman is calling an eaglet like Alex, who just finished speaking, my mother. But as far as this business is concerned, as far as this experience is concerned, as far as this journey is concerned, she is my mother in this business. She asked a question, and how did she meet me? How did I come into this? Yes, I stumbled into this. I'll call it stumbling into, because I did not know anything. First, let us go on to how I came into this. I'm going to try to be very brief. Please, could you mute your mic if you are not speaking? Thank you very much. Once upon a time, Alex came to visit me for something completely different from what we're talking about here. And along the line, being the person that shares experience, good and bad, mostly good, I must say, she opened her mouth and told me about this wondrous, fantastic product that does miraculous things. I listened to her with a jaundiced eye and ear, I beg to say. I did not fully understand nor believe what she said until she started showing me videos of before and after of what this wondrous product had done. And unknown to her, I had a health challenge at that particular time that I hadn't mentioned to many people, not even my mother. And along the line, she asked for my son, who happens to be her son's friend, and he had allergies. I was quick to tell her he has allergies. And then she went on to say, actually, this thing is good for allergies too. You could give it to him. And having been in other natural alternative health product marketing before, one or two of them before, I knew that the product didn't come cheap. So I casually asked her, oh, this one does fantastic thing. Do you have samples? And before I could even ask her, she offered to give my son 2 sachets of the double stem cell, the Phytoscience double stem cell. Or the health challenge I had a cyst on my breast that particular year. And already I was looking towards having it removed surgically, because prior to that time, 12 years before, I had one and they had to remove it by surgery. And immediately she left, I went to Google, you know how Google is our friend? I went to Google what plant stem cells were all about. And jumped before my eyes was the Phytoscience double stem cell. I read all about it, the pros and cons, a very objective report. And I quickly decided to give it a try. Haven't seen the videos, not pictures. Mind you, she showed me videos of before and after of Black people, not some strange white persons. Usually I'm very, very prejudiced against anything that is not outright medical orthodox medicine. So that I decided to give it a try and took the 2 sachets, and it did fantastic for me. That cyst melted and poured some blood out of nowhere. And I quickly tried to subdue it, tried to take some powerful antibiotics. It didn't work, it just continued oozing. And I had to call her, say, well, this thing that started it, let me get some more of it. And because I called her, she told me, yes, you can get it. Oh, wow, this is fantastic. You have a testimony. And I decided to sign up and get the package from the company because it was cheaper for me to do that. Mind you, that was all my interest then. And she brought it to me that night after 9 p.m., the day I sent her the money for the products. And 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks after I started taking it, this bad sore, because it has turned into a sore with abscess on my breast, healed and healed perfectly. It healed perfectly. Astonishing as it is, that was my story. And as is normal with everyone, when something good happens to you, you tell other people. It was from telling other people. Even before I told other people, I didn't know anything about the compensation plan. All I did was just buy it, and then to tell someone, another person, oh, look at what happened. I took this and like that and like that. And in a short while, I found out that I was earning money that I didn't even know I was earning. And that now became another interesting thing. I'm like, I can earn money even when I didn't know, and even when I didn't make an effort. Then I became deliberate about it. Then I became passionate about it. Then I started touching other people's lives. Then I started meeting people. As I speak to you, so just last week, I have a whole team of team members in Canada. I have family members. I call them family. In the UK, I have family members in the US. Yes, because I decided to try out and succeeded in using Phytoscience products. Now it has become my main business. I used to bake cakes before. Really, right now, people beg me to bake cakes for them, and I said, no, I rather outsource it. It's funny, but that is what it is. Because the energy I will put into baking the cake and the work I was doing that I thought was my work, less than 1% of it will earn me 10 times of what I was earning there before. And so I have become a passionate networker, let me put it so, because I found joy, I found peace, I found love, I found relationships, and I found a different lifestyle. That is very briefly, yes, Alex, I made it 5 minutes, my story in Phytoscience. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And coming shortly after me is my beloved son, Professor Adeluyi.
Thank you so very
Like
much, Mama
Thank
Anka.
you.
I really wish she put on a video so that you will see who is my daughter. Oh, and the next one is my grandson. I'm sure a lot of you will be like, oh, grandson, grandmother. And how old is Alex? Don't mind it. And if you notice, there's something I want us to know. She was booked for surgery, or she was to be booked for surgery, which will cost her some money. That money she didn't have then. I never knew she didn't have that money then. She was looking for everything to make everything possible for herself for the surgery. She only did not do surgery. She used two sachets of the double stem cell. It opened the cyst. She started earning without even knowing she was earning. Please, if you note the word benevolence, there is the word benevolence in this place. I could decide to keep quiet and keep it to myself. It will not stop the earning I will make. But I decided to share. Our topic today is for sharing and caring. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. She was not open to this kind of business, but today she does not know where her cake pans are. She's here. If you ask her where her cake pans are, she does not even remember. I will want us to please, we have listened. I want us to listen attentively to Professor Babatunde Adeluyi. Now, I asked us to listen attentively. You know, if Professor Babatunde Adeluyi was to hold a symposium, I bet you would have been paying in dollars and in high currency and to listen to him talk. He speaks like someone who is not in a hurry. But Prof, I know you have a truckload of testimony. You are still going to do this in 5 minutes so that everybody can. We still have spaces for time, question and answers. So Professor Babatunde Adeloye, please, you will do this for us in 5 minutes so everyone can be reached. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Big Boss. And thank you, my mommy, Anka Amurawaye. When I came on board, I didn't believe initially that these products would be different from any other kind of product. But I just got to know tonight that you Googled also, the way I also Googled before I fell in love with the products. In the last 7 days, from the 20th of September, I have had 7 testimonies. I don't know, I'm going to squeeze this into 5 minutes, but let's see what we can do. The first 2 testimonies need 8 testimonies. The first 2 have to do with glaucoma. Now, glaucoma is perhaps the toughest health issue, one of the toughest health issues, because once the optic nerve begins to die, there's nothing anybody can do about it as far as orthodox medicine is concerned. But right now, I have 2 glaucoma cases, and they have made tremendous improvement. To start with, within just a few days, the ocular pressure was gone. And you know, glaucoma is caused by 90% of the time by ocular pressure. That is why we encourage people to take these products now so that they don't come across this problem in future. If these people are taking just maybe a few packs of crystal cell or double stem cells some years back, they will never have had glaucoma. But my cousin is one of them, and she said she sees, at times she sees better than she did, and then that was how my own eye was before I started seeing completely well with the left eye, which was long-sighted. At times it would be as if it's blurry, then some other times, then with time, it became clear. Glaucoma is a serious thing, so we expect her to take the product for about nothing less than 6 months. But within a month, you already noticed a big improvement, in addition to just having the headache and the ocular pressure gone in just 2 or 3 days. Then the other next testimony is sickle cell anemia. My sickle cell anemia patient in Ibadan has gone 5 months now without any crisis. The mother called me last week and told me that this has been the girl's experience since she started taking the products. The next one is heavy menstrual flow. This one hits really close home because the person happens to be someone very close to me. She was in my place some days back, and she had been suffering a serious stomach problem alongside heavy menstrual flow. She will put on her pad, and in just an hour, the whole thing is so soaked that she has to change it. She made use of several packs in just a few days. In just a couple of days, she had made use of several packs. She came to my place, and she was lying on her tummy. The way she was breathing, my cousin was scared. I was also scared. And I made her to take just 1 sachet of crystal cell. And within 2 hours, she was fine. The friend was asking me whether she was fine or just she got an improvement on her condition. I said she was fine. That was the end of what she had suffered for over a week. And then she said later, maybe the pain reduced because her menstrual flow had reduced. And the following day, the menstrual flow stopped completely. Now, eye testimony is the next one. In my lesson, so many students have thrown away their reading glasses. This time around, a girl came to my lesson and she was putting on glasses. As usual, I will ask, you want to throw away your glasses? If the answer is yes, I give them a pack, just a pack of double stem cell. So I gave this girl a pack of double stem cell. And then the following day, she had thrown away her glasses. 2 days later, she came with her mother. The mommy told me that this girl, the daughter said she was not going to allow her to share her pack of double stem cell anymore, that she should come and meet me and get her own pack from me. So she said she came because after just 2 sachets, just like her daughter, she could not press her phone without her glasses. She wanted a pack. So I gave her a pack of double stem cell. One of my teeth was painful and shaking slightly. After a few days, I just tried to pour 1 sachet of crystal cell on it. And that was the end of the trouble. I think my 5 minutes must have been exhausted. Mamanka. Hello?
We are enjoying it.
Professor Adeloye, you have not said your own testimony that brought you to Phytoscience. That is what I am still waiting for. You have not said it, so I'm waiting. Your 5 minutes has a little something on top of it.
I think you are
Go
going
ahead,
to in the very next one. This one has to do with mental health. You know, I once narrated the experience of a woman in my faculty who said her daughter was more like a vegetable. And I said, she said, my daughter can't raise her tongue. I can't put anything under her tongue. I said, okay, don't worry. Just mix it. Just let it get inside her mouth. This girl had not spoken to her mother for years. And in just 2 weeks, she started talking to her mommy. Wonderful. The next one is also mental health. The man came to me, a friend, and I said, your sister will need to put this product under her tongue. He said, my sister cannot put anything under her tongue. Her mental situation is so bad that she can't put anything under her tongue. So I saw him on Sunday. How did it go? He said the first 3 he gave her, she threw away. Then she mixed the next set of products with her food, and her condition has greatly improved. The last one, before I talk about my own, is about spondylosis and spondylitis. The woman saw me talking. She thought when I mentioned my sinusitis, that bring me to the sinusitis. She thought I was talking about arthritis. So she called me after Sunday program because I was a guest speaker. She said she had me talk about arthritis. I said, no, ma, it's sinusitis. I said, but the product can also work for arthritis. She said she doesn't want me to deceive her. She was getting annoyed. I said, don't worry, ma, I'm not lying. The products can have taken care of so many people with arthritis, nothing less than 10. So I sent the products to her. And within a month, this man was feeling wonderfully well. She had cut down, in fact, within 2 weeks, she had cut down on the medications she had been taking. And I saw her on Saturday. This woman was so grateful. She said, I said, how are you feeling, man? She said, look at me, see the way I'm walking. This is a woman that had given up on her arthritis because of her spondylosis and spondylitis. Now, my own case, I will go very fast about this. By the time I came across these products, I had suffered sinusitis for 40 years. I had given up because sinusitis, according to orthodox medicine, has no cure. You keep visiting the clinic for the rest of your life, and they keep telling you, please don't miss your clinic. And you know, it can destroy the eyes, the nose, the eyes, the ears, everything. Or if it abscesses into the brain, it can kill. There was no way for me. I had gone to one popular herbal practitioner in Lagos here, and he just gave me a set of foul-smelling, foul-tasting mixtures. And then, of course, the man that attended to me never even had that word sinusitis before. So when I came across this product, by that time, my saliva was reddish brown, and I had to use chew stick several times within the day, in addition to brushing twice a day. The normal thing is brushing twice a day, but I had to use chew stick because if I didn't use chew stick, the stuff will stick to my teeth. And once it does that, the bacteria will hide under it and start eating the gums, leading to inflammation of the gums, and eventually the bone supporting the structure of the teeth will be destroyed. This was the stage where I was already Googling what life was going to be like without my teeth, if I had only dentures. What are the problems with dentures? When the wonderful woman, Anka Umrai, introduced me to these products. And in just 5 days, my reddish brown saliva turned normal in just 5 days. Just the way this girl's menstrual period, stomach pain stopped within 2 hours, and her story changed. Now, my left eye was also long-sighted. I couldn't see things that were close to me, small print close to me. And in just 5 days, my story changed completely. I think I can go on and on. My 5 minutes must have been exhausted. Let me give members time to talk about their own testimonies too. Big Boss, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. The network threw me out, but I'm using another device. And please, if you are in this house, you will want to give a plentiful of reaction to Professor Babatunde Adeloye. If you notice, you will see that benevolence is one thing that is happening in this place. He called Anka Amurawaye. Sorry.
Hello, Prof. It seems network has thrown Mama Alex out. Maybe you need to. Hello, Prof, sir.
Prof, can you hear Mama Anka? I think
It's
Elijah
Elijah.
is shaking us.
Prof,
Okay, Elijah.
I think network has
Okay.
thrown Mama
I'm
Alex
here.
out. Maybe you share a little about
Okay,
the end.
I'm here. Thank you. I was trying to unmute my device. So I was hearing Elijah Sekina tell Professor Adeloye that network has thrown me out. The network has been funny anyway. I want to say very big thank you to you, Prof. Now, I was saying something. You all notice that benevolence is one thing that is very, very common in this house. One, there was this gifting to Madam Anka Amrawai. Now, Mama Anka Amrawai did not also keep it to herself. Can anyone hear me?
Go ahead, we're hearing you, ma'am.
Perfectly. Please go on.
Mama Anka Amrawai did not also keep it to herself. She decided to share it with Professor Babatunde Adeloye. So if you are here and you are listening to this tonight, have it at the back of your mind that it will be out of place if you listen to this and you keep it to yourself. If you keep it to yourself, someone who is on the brink of death may die because you did not pass that information. Don't look at face. This is Professor Babatunde Adeloye, professor. Some people will say, no, I can't talk to him. He's a medical doctor. I can't talk to him. He's a lawyer. I can't talk to him. He's highly placed. He's a politician. Please speak to, you don't know who is dying. I saw someone today. I read the story of that person. And do you know his death would have been averted if he heard of something like this? The son said by the time it was too late, that was when they spoke out. But assuming someone went out of their ways to say it out, maybe he would have survived. There is somebody out there waiting for you to say this. So after tonight's presentation, please don't keep it to yourself. Be benevolent enough to share this information to somebody somewhere. Don't keep it. Don't keep it. I want to say a very big thank you to you, Lily, in Uganda. I can see you're on a trip. I'm sure you are shocked I called you. Lily in Uganda, I can see you are traveling, you are in a vehicle, and you still join the Zoom. That is how to tell you when somebody is tenacious. Thank you so very much. Please, can we give a reaction to Lily in Uganda? Thank you so very much, Lily. Who has invited you to this presentation? Wow.
Professor Adeloye Babatunde.
Yeah, you see, Professor Babatunde Adeloye invited Lily. You can see, I don't know her, I've not met her before. So Lily Uganda is going to be my great granddaughter. It's beautiful. In this place, it's beautiful. Lily, you are in the genealogy of the very powerful people. Thank you so very much for coming. Thank you. I can see, I just noticed until I saw a message that she's traveling. So you cannot, it does not necessarily mean until you are in the confines of your houses. You can take this presentation from anywhere. You can tell anybody. Somebody just told me, Alex, I'll be in the office, I'll be working. Can I Zoom in? I say, yes, you can Zoom in from anywhere.
Okay.
That is why it's a Zoom. That is why it's not just a presentation. I want to recognize Mama Faultimi Achiever from the UK. I know Mama Faultimi is a truckload of testimonies herself, but because I've already signed a lot of people who will be giving their testimony, I want to leave this podium for Elijah Sekinat to please give us her testimony, also the wealth that she had come across. Professor Babatunde Adeloye did not tell us about it for us to listen to. Professor Babatunde Adeloye is a diamond in phytoscience, and for you to know who a diamond is, just judging by the word diamond, diamond is a precious stone. Now, for someone to attain the rank of a diamond, it is a beautiful thing. Mama Anka told you she never knew she was earning, and she was really earning until I had to showcase it to her that she was earning. This is a business where it does not, you don't have to be in a confinement. You don't have to be, your salary does not need to be pegged where a board of directors will have to sit to determine whether they are going to add a little or nothing to your earning. This is where you can earn as your heart desires. Thank you so very much. Elijah Sekinat, you have the floor.
Good evening, trend makers and all our invited guests. I just also want to say that for the benefit of those who are new here, our own prof, head of department, Physics, University of Lagos, as a diamond, has earned over $30,000. We need to say it. Yes, we need to say it so that people will know that this is real. I'm also eyeing 3-star. 3-star is, $15,000. And I always tell those I come across that there is no amount of any salary anybody can offer me now that I will take. That is just it. Because with a product, with many products that God has shown us now, from their plant stem cell, that we are having healing for so many ailments, I've gotten that time freedom. That time freedom, and to some extent, that financial freedom, though I'm not yet there, so I'm eyeing it. And I've seen so many leaders in out there who have gotten there, and I believe I will also get there. And that's why we are trying to educate many more people that come. Apart from helping people to gain their health back, we can also gain our financial freedom and time freedom. Yes, I control my time now. Unlike when I had to, go through traffic, Lagos traffic for hours, to and from work, all those ones that, past tense now. Honestly speaking, we have so many testimonies. My personal testimony, apart from completely free from fibroid now, I've been operated upon twice for fibroid that keeps growing back. Yes, but we thank God for this kind of wisdom. We've tried so many things. Then they have to pass in terms of supplements. But we always tell people, these are not supplements. Phytoscience products are not supplements. They are original plant stem cell therapy that goes into the root of the problem and solve the problem for us. I used to use recommended glasses. All the glasses are useless now. We have so many testimonies. Honestly speaking, from sickle cell anemia to diabetes, anemia, tumor in spinal cord, tumor in between nursery and the brain. We have so many of it that we cannot be, narrating tonight. All we need to do, very important message that we want to pass across to many of us in-house, is the fact that a lot of people are still not aware of this. A lot of people still do not know that we have better alternatives in terms of our health, you know, apart from taking some chemical toxic drugs. Honestly speaking, I have very close to colleagues, you know, that are down now just because of the drugs they are placed on, because they have high blood pressure, you know. Another doctor had to point it out to them that 2 of those drugs are actually damaging their kidney and liver. So what are we talking about? Here we have something that is natural, 100% natural, and that will go to the root of the matter and solve all problems for us. So please, there was all our invited guests in house here. Like I always say, if we know about this and we keep quiet, it's a sin against humanity. Let's go out there, let people know. Ours is to create that with needed awareness. Ours is to let people know that they have better, much safer alternatives, and we will earn our own money. Yes, the money will be rolling in for us, because definitely they are going to see positive results from using this 100% phytoscience plant-based regenerative therapy. While that is happening, you are smiling to the bank. Mama Alex, I think my 5 minutes is over.
You people are really trying to keep to time tonight. I can see everybody being mindful of their 5 minutes, and they don't want to exceed it. Thank you so very much for sharing. Mama, I also want to thank Babi K from Uganda. She said she's in the same vehicle with Lillian. They are all going to spread the news of Phytoscience. That was the message I got from Babi. I want to say a very big thank you to you all for spreading it. The world needs to hear it. The whole of the universe needs to hear it. Phytoscience is currently in about 51 different countries, and our work is not done until everywhere you turn, you hear Phytoscience. Everybody that you speak to say, oh, I just want to start. I've been hearing about Phytoscience. You need to let the world know about it. We need to stop so many things. We need to refurbish our health. And there is one thing we need to know. You don't necessarily have to be sick to use Phytoscience. Cells degenerate with or without our consent. Most of the time, we call it due to aging process. As cells degenerate, we need to deliberately regenerate them. So the Phytoscience stem cell is awesome for regeneration, because a lot of people will be like, oh, I don't know that lady is that old. She's ever looking young. Whenever you see her, you will not know she's the mother to this, to the mother to that. Or I didn't know that daddy is this old. We have seen a lot of cases where men, please, if you are a man here and you are 40, it is not news to you anymore that you should take your prostate health very, very important, because it is your own, and our body is the building that we have. No matter the structure that we've erected, our body is the only house we got, and we really need to take care of it. I will want M.A. Shogunle to say something. It's 9 p.m. already. I want M.A. Shogunle to say something, then Mr. Don President will say something before Mr. Victor Imove. Then we will showcase to you the product we've been talking about. Then we will also tell you about the Mauritius trip and how you can be a part of it. You won't want to waste time. These people have told you it is not the more you look, the less you see. Oh, Lillian says she has a testimony. That is awesome. You'll be listening to testimony all the way from Uganda. So after President, then we will go on. Thank you.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are joining us from. Thank you, Mama Alex, for this opportunity. I'm sorry I'm not able to show my video. So please pardon me. Good evening once again. Can you hear me, please?
Go ahead, ma. We are hearing you.
Okay, thank you. My name is Bolaji Shogunle. I'm an ex-banker, retired banker, and I joined Phytoscience in 2017. When I left the bank, I was doing a lot of things, and I was in other companies, network marketing company and all that, and I'm at the verge of giving up on networking when someone, my upline now, Alaja Adeyemi, she kept inviting me, come and see something, come and see something. And I was like, ma, if it's anything networking, please call me. And at its point, I sat down and said, with all the trainings you've had, Bolaji, why will you do this? Because you've not even seen what he's calling you for, and you are saying no. No. So I decided to go. And when I got to the office at Okpebi that day, and I listened to the presentation, and I had testimonies. That was what moved me, testimonies. So I said, Bolaji, if you don't do this because of the money, because I didn't even believe in the money then, I was like, it's all the same. That if you don't do this because of the money you are going to earn, what about the lives you are going to touch with what you have had, the testimonies? And that was the turning point for me. And I keyed into the business, and I started telling people, to God's glory, I've had loads of testimonies from only from me, from my success lines all over the world, not just in Nigeria, to the glory of God. One of them is not on call tonight because she's always on call. She's always joining the Zoom. K. She joined me in February, and she has lots of testimony. Let me not even go there. But I just thank God that I said yes to this wonderful opportunity. Is it a home where the woman already? This is a hope restorer. That's what I call it. That a mama that someone I introduced, got into the company. She was not looking at business at all, and she didn't even know what this does. But her husband was down with stroke. They've given up. Even the family members, as she explained, they were already planning on how the funeral or whatever will go, because they thought the man was not going to make it again. They spent money, so can help them, and the man started using it. It was during the lockdown in 2020. And lo and behold, he used it and he regained his health. Today, he goes anywhere by himself. And that became the selling point. Everybody, they were saying, what did you use? What did you? She would say, the man would tell them, go and ask mommy. She's the one that gave me this. She's the one that gave me this. And that's how the woman, became like she didn't want to do the business. Now, she couldn't keep quiet because, the thing is even broadcasting them and everything. So she had no choice but to reach out to people too, people that were sick and people that were not sick, because she became involved herself that also this is what this can do for preventive and all that, and for curative. And today, to the glory of God, she herself is not in Nigeria now. She has traveled and over there. Phytoscience is something that you don't know where it can even take you. Once you get involved, honestly, there's like for me, there's no going back, to the glory of God. We have people that there's someone I introduced who worked in my husband's office that I told about Phytoscience, and then she had an aunt who had this sore on her leg. I think it's diabetic sore. They've given, I'm sure they must have offered that they were told her they were going to cut the leg, but she refused. She didn't even want to use the product. She was like, she has used everything. What has she not used? They've spent, was restored. She's okay now, going about, and people were asking, what are you? These stem cell products, they are wonderful and amazing. I want to say, if you are new here, maybe you have not used it before, or you are here for the business side, the product sell itself. Just don't procrastinate. As you hear now, propagate it too, because there are so many people that have not even heard about phytoscience on planet Earth. And I know, like I tell people, so like the P&K I mentioned to you, the day she first called me and said, what are you even talking about? You said this thing, it's doing everything. Is it Awogbaru? I told her, it does everything because it is stem cell. It is like body spare parts. I told her that. And she said, okay. Oh. And she wanted to use her mom as a case study. And to the glory of God, within just few weeks, the mom was okay. She had arthritis, and then they've been nursing for over about 15 years. And she had glaucoma symptoms and some other ailments. And to God's glory, the mama is very, very okay now. She too is propagating she's propagating stem cell to other people. So I want to say, you are in the right place if you are here tonight. Please don't doubt whether it is for health or it is for business, because to the glory of God, within the last when I joined before, so many of the people, they would just use and go and sit down. But to God's glory, when some people came into my network, it changed the game. I'm going to 3-star very soon by the grace of God. And I want to appreciate my leaders, Mama Alex, they always disturb. I want to thank you for always having listening ears and always ready to support Balaja, everyone, the prof. Thank you so much for supporting my team members. We are one big family in Phytoscience. We don't discriminate. Thank you so much. Oga Ofios, President. Thank you, Mama Alex, for giving me the chance to speak. I hope I've not spent too much time. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Wow, thank you so very, very much, ma'am. You are one reason why I so love this business. Now, do you know one thing about Phytoscience? If you come on board Phytoscience, it will be like, if you have ever witnessed where they said the Holy Spirit, sorry for those who may not understand this, if you hear where they said the Holy Spirit fall upon somebody and you can't just help people talk, or you just win a jackpot and the money is just overwhelming, it's getting to your brain and you can't keep it to yourself. This is what Phytoscience is highly intoxicating. I need to warn you now. If you are coming for the first time, I need to strictly warn you, because people that know you will change your name to Phytoscience. Once you come on board Phytoscience, it's overhauls you. You will be walking, you will be smiling, because your phone could ring and the person at the other end is just calling you to tell you, may God bless you. If you are in Phytoscience, I want to bet you that the number of may God bless you that you will hear, you wouldn't have gotten it all your life. I just want to tell you that. Sometimes even me, I call my upline and I will just call it, I'll call her and I'll tell her, Pat, may God bless you. And I will hang up. And she will call me back. Alex, is that why you called me? I say, you're not rich. May God bless you. And I will just hang up. She'll be like, Alex, are you okay? I say, I'm very fine. May God bless you. And I will switch it up. Sometimes you will remember some things, you unimaginable things. If I tell you how many presidents, ex-presidents in this country that will call you personal, it's not about calling somebody. They will call you. You don't have to go through their PAs. Those are the doors that Phytoscience open for people. People in high places will be calling you. Look at all the people talking now. Please look for the gray hair on my head. And they are calling me, Mama, who am I? By the time you start Phytoscience, people will record your name. Your name will sound from pole to pole. People will be granting you free television interviews. They will want to hear you speak. Someone was asking, how do you disseminate this information? How do you get it globally recognized? Now, this Zoom that is being that is taking place is happening here, but I can see a lot of people from diverse countries. They are all here. I didn't need to go to the UK. I am not in Uganda. You are not in America. You are in your house. You are in your office. You are in the confines of the place that you are seated right now, and you are listening to this. The social media had made life so easy. Don't see only the detrimental factor to social media. Use it judiciously to help somebody in need, somebody who is not even in need. Now, someone said, you buy an umbrella or you buy an umbrella not because rain has started. You buy an umbrella because you know rain will fall. Do you get that? You buy an umbrella because you know rain will fall. If you have to wait when rain starts falling to buy an umbrella, that means you would have been beaten by the rain. And by the time you get to where they are selling the umbrella seller will see that it has become a necessity and it will become high in price. Can we liken that to the situation of life? If you are in good health, this is the time for you to seek to maintain that good health. Because if anything happened to that health, it will become too expensive to take care of that health. How about if you think, oh, I don't have money, I can't start this business. I told myself when I was told about this business, oh, I don't have time to tell my whole story tonight. I was depressed. I was in depression street. I didn't have anything to do again, anywhere to go again. I didn't know what life held for me anymore until God just used Pat and she sent me a simple message. Alex, God punish poverty. That was the simple message she sent to me. I didn't join Phytoscience because of ill health. I joined it because of ill pockets. My pocket was having cancer. And that is called brucellosis. If you know what brucellosis means, that's the highest form of cancer and it affects the pocket. You know, there are some sicknesses that bank alert will help you to cure. I was in that group. She told me, Alex, God punish poverty. And I was like, they have started again. These people will not just let me rest. I've heard enough of all this. But I decided to listen to the still voice, that still voice that comes to all of us. We all have it, but we don't pay attention. That still voice told me to calm down and listen. I calmed down and listened. This is almost 6 years. I get to meet you today because I said yes 6 years ago. I got to meet you today because I said yes 6 years ago. You are saying yes tonight, please, not because of yourself. It will be too selfish if you think this is all about you. It's not about you. It's not about your immediate need now. It's about the 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 10 million souls that God has aligned in your path. But your yes today is what is going to determine it. Lest I get carried away. President is waiting for us. I will want President to quickly share. Then we'll hear from Lillian, then Mr. Victor Imove. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so very much, Mama. I appreciate this great opportunity to share a little on this platform. Mr. Don Victor is my name, and they call me President in Phytoscience. I want to welcome everyone on this Zoom meeting tonight. Banking sector, you know, I will come back to that, later on. But let me just share quickly, 2 testimonies one a Nigerian testimony and another from another country. First of all, it was a case of a guy here in Nigeria who had a kidney failure. He was running here and there for money to, travel to India for a transplant. And one of, a good friend of mine asked him to call me, and he called me. By the time I got to his place, I could not, believe what I saw. The guy was almost gone. And I asked him, I said, what have you been doing? Why are you this way? The stomach was swollen. There was no, in fact, he was a totally changed person, So I now asked him, what are you doing? He said he's been from one hospital to another. In Lagos, there's a hospital called Lutino, and Yaba, in fact, from one place to another. And incidentally too, he said that somebody has given him, something that he was pouring under, his tongue. I believe it was a stem cell. So I now told him, I said, okay, I'm here to tell you about Phytoscience. And I told him, I said, you're going to be on the therapy for, 3 months, but let's begin with a 1-month therapy. So I brought out, a double stem cell and a snowflake fort, 2 of our products, and I showed to him. The guy was amazed. He said, number one, that the packaging of this product will tell you that this thing will work, even without testing anything from it. So there and then I told him to instruct the wife to get, a bottle of water, and we started with the snowflake fort, and that was just that. So I told him, you're going to be on this early in the morning. I said, bring the pack of what you are, what you've been using for me to see. He brought it. I couldn't identify what product was that because the names were, in fact, I couldn't just, it was like someone that was just hiding. When you see an imitation, a fabrication, I said, this is what we've been using. I said, which, company made this? He said he doesn't know, but somebody just gave it to him. I said, okay, forget about it. The interesting thing about this testimony is that within the first 3 days, I called to check on him. He told me that the kind of strength that has, come into him since he started using the Phytoscience, stem cell therapy was amazing. He said the day I came to his house that he was just pretending. I said, continue. Imagine when someone that is sick is telling you that I know that this thing will, heal me. So he had that confidence because of the little encounter that he has had, in a few days. Okay. He now told me, he said, for 5 months, I have not gone out. Any day I'm going out is I'm going on a medical appointment, either to Lutz or any other of those, places that I was going. So at the end of the day, within 7 days, I called again. I said, let me check on him. Lo and behold, he was on the road. And I asked him, I said, where are you? That place is noisy. He said that for the past 5 months, he has not gone out from his house. That he just came out, came out to see a friend of his. I said, you brother, I am here. This thing is taking care of me. I was so much, happy with that, testimony from him. I said, how about your stomach? He said that he's wearing a big this and that. I shouldn't bother myself about this stomach, that this stomach is going to go down in a short while, because that he believes that what is causing this problem is being taken care of from the inside. And I was so happy. To cut short, within 2 weeks, going to 3 weeks, that, swollen stomach came down. And the man was just filled with energy. I told him, I said, you just need to continue on the therapy. That was how a travel to India was canceled. That was how he recovered, from that, sickness of a kidney failure. All right, let me go to, Kenya, for instance. That's the next testimony I want to share here. I met, a lady too from Kenya. Today she's a member, Phytoscience, and she had a problem. She said she had lupus, on her leg. He said there was something like a scorpion on her, I think, a toe or something. He said for 6 years or thereabout, she doesn't walk well. He said sometimes she go to the hospital, they ask her to reduce her weight, and eventually she got registered into Phytoscience, and the products were sent to her via courier service, DHL, and she received it and started using it. The amazing thing about this testimony is that within 10 days, Kenya, Uganda, the East African countries, they are 2 hours ahead of us. She called me one early morning around 4 a.m. Nigerian time, and she was just screaming on top of her voice. He said, Mr. Don, President, what did you give to me? What is this? Is this an African abracadabra or something? I said, Mama, calm down. What is it? He said, I just woke up this morning. I am looking for this pen. I said, what pen? He said, the pen I had on my leg that has been be there for 6 years, thereabout. He said, the pen just disappeared this morning. It looked as if it is a magic. I said, you have been on the therapy. I told you about Phytoscience stem cell. You were doubting me, you are thinking that it is probably not something that is real. He said, no, you were just screaming, shouting. And the children, they were also jubilating. That was how that 6 years or 5 years, ailment was taken care of, within a space of, 10 days. That pain disappeared. You are here today, you are invited to this meeting, and you are thinking, who knows? This is not the regular thing that you have been hearing. This is not the regular multi-level marketing company that you have had. Stem cell therapy has become the order of the day. The things that medical science have not been able to provide solution to is what Phytoscience stem cell has been able to, by the grace of God, taken care of. So I want, don't think about it, don't second guess. You just need to find a way to become part of this. Like Mommy Alex says, it may not be for you. It may not be for you. I just use you to touch the life of someone else somewhere. I was talking to a prospect, today, and that lady is in the eastern part of Nigeria, and she was. By the time I told her, I said, "This is not for you. God will be, will use you to touch the life of people around you." And before you know it, she was beginning to mention cases. Can he take care of this? Can he take care of this? Phytoscience stem cell therapy takes care of, these issues from the cellular level. Okay. Now, let me conclude by saying this. Okay. Phytoscience, when they tell you you are going to get this, they don't, they are so real. When they tell you you make this, when you do this, you do it. For me, what interests me so much about the residual income, money making in Phytoscience is you will be in Nigeria and you are making money from another country where you have your team partners. By the grace of God, I have team partners in about 5 different countries now. And even though we are just starting, we are just building, trying to see how we can build. But it gives me joy each time I see, $90, $80 from another country, from an activity of someone else in another country. It gives me joy. So this financial freedom, I know that I'm not old in Phytoscience. By the time I continue what I'm doing now, by the time we'll get to 3 years, 4 years, I'm sure a lot of things must have changed. Thank you so much, Mama Alex, for this opportunity. I appreciate you so very much. God bless you, ma.
Thank you so
Hello, ma, are
very
you there?
much, President. Please, I'm
Okay.
here. Can we please give him a round of applause? Can
Yes.
we give him beautiful emoji? Thank you so very much, President. Now,
Thank you.
President has said something. Number one, I want you to note this. Banker. I'm sure all of you will be like, what is it with bankers? So if you know your banker, go and talk to them now. Many of them have issues. Now, there was an analysis. I'm sorry if you're a banker, but this analysis took place somewhere and it happened to be true. There's this analysis that an average banker, especially the people at the cashier table, have a mentality that they are giving you money. This thing may not be forever. This may not be for the keeps. They need to do something. But today I can see a lot of them are really tilting toward helping to change their own lives. That is why many of them are taking steps at getting this opportunity. Now we want to correct something. Phytoscience stem cell. Phytoscience stem cell. If you are talking about it, just say phytoscience stem cell, because a lot of people will come with things that are not real. A lot of people will come with adulterated things and they will tell you it is stem cell. Since you have heard us mention the word stem cell, you may want to go for it. Please, Phytoscience plant stem cell has written on it the origin of stem cell. The origin of stem cell. Now, the company Mibel Biochemistry that created the liposomal phytoscience that was used in finding this just celebrated their 10th anniversary for that formulation. In case you don't get that, Mibel Biochemistry Zurich, Switzerland just celebrated 10 years of finding the formula of the phytocell tech that was used for the plant stem cell. Phytoscience is also celebrating 10 years of being in the business of the plant stem cell. Some people will come and they will tell you their own stem cell is as old as Methuselah. Please, let the origin of it is 10 years, and the people who went into partnership with it are also celebrating 10 years. And someone is telling you that theirs is 15 years. Please, where did that formulation come from? And Mibel Biochemistry is the creator of that formulation that begat the plant stem cells. Okay, I just got a message from Lillian. She said they are on the highway and it's going to be a bit wavy for us to share the testimony. That will leave us to Mr. Victor Emove. Mr. Victor Emove, it's nice having you. It's nice having you on this presentation tonight. I will want you to please share your testimonies and everything that you need everybody to know about this tonight. Thank you so very much. You have the floor.
Whoever has the floor has to unmute the phone.
Mr. Victor,
Tell him to
Mr.
unmute
Felix,
the
good
phone.
to hear your voice tonight.
Tell him
Mr.
to
Felix,
unmute
good to
his
hear you
phone.
tonight. I
Okay.
tried to hear your voice last week. I kept calling your name, but you were not, you couldn't unmute us. The network was not allowing. I want to speak to you immediately after Mr. Victor.
Father
Thank
Felix,
you.
so big boss. Father
Okay,
Felix.
thanks so much. I didn't know that I had on.
You
Yeah,
said?
yes,
Felix.
I'm fine.
Father
Sorry,
Felix.
Mr. Ophios, I'm trying to get one. Prof, please, can you take it again?
Father Felix, all the way from the US.
Professor?
Maybe
he's
Father Felix, Father Felix. Catholic
Father
Father.
Felix?
Yes.
Okay, Father Felix in US. Okay, yes, I remember. He's the one that even got the idea.
Mr. Victor,
the fact that I was not.
Let me do a little paraphrase now.
Good evening.
Father,
Thank
good
you.
evening. Mr. Victor, please, can you please hold on? Don't mind this, Alex. Father, I am a little St.
It's
George
okay.
International. And
I am Mr. Columbus here in the US.
where are you, Father?
I'm in Sheraton, in Iowa, state of Iowa.
And your community is?
I'm a Holy Ghost priest, Holy Ghost father.
Woo! Wow, it's so good to have you. You got the Holy Spirit here in the house with us already. And I was talking about the Holy Spirit just doing things. I didn't know that somebody who is representing the Holy Ghost already here. Father, thank you so very much. Father, would that make you a spirit?
Yes, I am a spirit, and we make a joke about that. The younger ones are the spirits, the older ones are the ghosts.
Thank you so very much, Father, for being here. I don't know, you just took my, I just took fancy at watching out for you since last week. I didn't know how to help you. He said you couldn't even get what we were saying, and I'm happy that you are here again, Father.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much for having you. And Father, I won't mind it if we get a blessing before we close this.
Okay.
Oh, Father, I hope you can oblige us that.
I can do that. Yeah.
Thank you so very much, Father.
Okay.
Thank you so very much.
Okay.
God bless you. Mr. Victor, please.
Victor should unmute his phone. We can't hear him.
Okay, so like I said, thank you very much, Father Felix. So I want to, first of all, really appreciate everybody that has spoken. Everybody, if you really listen to them very well, they spoke from their hearts. Exactly what I'm going to be doing right now. I have like less than 5 minutes to try to speak the why I joined this business, where I'm coming from. I'm recommending to everybody here that are coming for the first time. I'm from the family. My name is Victor, as you already know. I hail from Delta State, Nigeria. From a family of 10. I'm the fourth born, okay? And as usual, went to school and I had my university education in UI. I graduated. I had difficulty getting the job of my dreams, just like every other person. I went into teaching with the intent that probably in a short while I'll get a job. I did get that job. It took me 6 years in teaching environment. Although I learned a lot of things, and I really love the teaching profession. But for some reason, I didn't like the way they were going to it because of the microchips and the not really helping the students, as it were, because they were not going to get a good foundation for the future. So from there, I moved on to the banking industry, where I stayed for 10 years. And I must confess, during the course of my 16 years of work, really, it was really tough. You have lots of job description, a lot of work stream. To see one of my clients, 2 occasions, as a matter of fact, you know, and in the office where I was working, there was office politics. There was a lot of, you know, cheating going on, so to speak. And as well, the target was just there. By the time 1 month ends, another target comes. It keeps on happening on like that, on and on and on and on. And at a point, I was asking myself, what am I doing? Where am I to? I mean, I deserve more than this. My family, I didn't have time for my my religious life. As a matter of fact, my religious life started to drop. I didn't even have time for my own self. If you see me then, I was looking quite emaciated. but I was feeling numb because I was wearing a suit, and I was wondering where exactly am I going to. My wife got involved in the business reluctantly. Just as you are also called here this evening, and she decided to just give it a shot because we discussed, and she said, "Okay, I'm going to check." She checked and came back and was saying, and all of a sudden, the products which we didn't know much about, as we began to use it, the first testimony that was recorded in the house was that she dropped her glasses, her specs on the 3 days, so she could see very well. I didn't believe it. It didn't make any sense. And I doubted her. And as the weeks were rolling by, the third, behold, my tooth that being, close to removed, use the words, they were off. The tooth came back. In other words, the tooth regrew. And this is the first time in history I will ever be hearing a teeth or a tooth growing back. I didn't believe it. I was checking my gum. I found out that the tooth was, so I called my uncle, who was about 68 years old, Josie Ikugbeni. He's my elder in the church, right? He himself also testified that his tooth grew back. So I was shocked. How can a tooth grow back? What is really going on? I mean, I've been using thousands of products. I've never heard of this before. There's an interview that was held many years ago by some group of students. They were questioning Bill Gates. There's a obsession to know the industry will make a lot of wealth, a lot of money. That's the industry to work in. That Bill Gates should give them an idea of the industry that will make money. And Bill Gates started by saying the power of the microchip is very lucrative. That's software. They also talked about experiencing that same thing. In the United States in 2009, the United States made a prediction. There's a huge potential market in stem cell that 50 billion US dollars will be generated from it. There's a testimony, there's a prediction again, saying that in 2024, that the stem cell industry will rise to 467 billion US dollars. There's a market for this business. And the question is, are we willing to take the bull by the horn? Are we willing to take this risk, take this decision and move into it? And that's what I did. Immediately I saw it, I rushed into it. I resigned my job. I must tell you, I resigned my job a month later, right? I took a very big risk because of what I saw what my wife had made. My wife had made not less than 1.7 million naira under 41 days. Buying and selling, just introducing the product and getting into the network marketing concept. I was stupefied, shocked, because I know about network marketing. I've been discussing about network marketing concepts, how they pay and everything. But when I saw how much they pay in this, they paid minimum $32.85, maximum $450 to about $650 instantly into your account. And when I saw that, I saw the account of someone who just joined in like 2 years, and behold, this guy was earning nothing less than $1,500 per day. $1,500 per day, not bringing in anybody anymore. And when I did the calculation, my brain went blank. And this is what I did. I decided to throw my suit. I just threw it off and I left. Fast forward from that time to date. Today, I'm a diamond in the business. I've earned nothing less than 30,000 US dollars. Apart from other income I've also made elsewhere. And I'm not involved in politics. I work from home. I'm free. I've traveled the country 3 times. And I have closer relationship with my family, my daughter, and even my church. My relationship, my religious life has really grown. It's become better. I make friends. Sometimes when I was traveling to Dubai, I had calls to meet a doctor on plane who lives in London. And when she discovered much about this double stem cell, she got extremely very interested, linked me to another doctor and don't want to link me to another doctor. And that doctor happened to be a twin, link me to another doctor, another of her, that is her twin sister, who resides in the United States, in Texas. And I have colleagues in South Africa, I have colleagues in Liberia, and I have colleagues in Port Harcourt, I have colleagues in Asaba, I have colleagues in Abuja, and even in Benue. It has been wonderful. You are here today. You may be wondering how true is this? How true this is? You're wondering, can I do this? Yes, you can. You are blessed. You've been given the gift of success inside you. There's something about you that God has, embedded in you that will make you succeed in this business. Just believe in yourself. Take the risk. If you come in, and always know one thing, we will be beside you to support you all the way. It's not a one-man show. It's a team effort. Whatever you want to do, wherever you want to go to, we will be there beside you, be you, even worry you. And that's exactly what we've been doing for ourselves. For me, I've assisted in this business. I've also assisted many people. And that's how we operate. So it's not a business for yourself only. It's for everybody. You may be wondering also, what is this stem cells? Don't worry, with time, you get to understand what it's all about. But note one thing, it is referred to as the future of medicine. And there's a statement that goes, if you want to be wealthy, be in the future before others get there. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. Thank you very much, Alex. Thank you so much. Bless you.
If God is not too busy, can you hit the reaction button and give this man a reaction? Look, when he was talking, do you know what my mind went to? I went to the word of Wordsworth. If you know Wordsworth, if you're a literary student, you will know who Wordsworth is. Wordsworth is the father of words, and he said, the spontaneous overflow of powerful emotion. Spontaneous overflow of powerful emotion. This is what I have seen and heard this evening. All the people that spoke today did not have any idea that they are going to. It is from the abundance of the hearts that they have all spoken this evening. Not one of them, not a single one of them was aware that they were going to speak. And I'm sure I got a lot of messages like, oh, Alex, okay, no problem. Oh, Alex, because many of them were like, they are always ready. Our word is not like the scouts. We are battle ready anytime you call upon anybody, because we don't deal with doctored things. We don't deal with embellished things. We give you raw the way it is. We've been there. We have been touched. So you give it to people. When I said on the 13th of January 2017, his wife was the person who sent me that message. Alex, God punish poverty. I want all of us to give this young man another reaction for a reason. Please, if your hand is not too busy, hit the reaction button. If your hand is too busy, hit the reaction button. This second reaction is for something. In the world today, we hear a lot of, my husband does not want me to make more money than he is doing. We hear a lot of people's dream being cut short. We hear a lot of family problems. We hear a lot of ladies leaving their marriages. We hear a lot of battering. We hear a lot of domestic violence going on because the man still wants to be like, I am the head, you can't earn more than I am. Now, this young man saw that the wife was earning beautifully. That earning is coming into his house. What can I do? Let me go together with my wife, make this thing awesome for all of us. One person takes a decision, two that are very, that think alike, make a better decision. He decided jettison the suit so that you are wearing and no money is coming inside. Why not just dump it? No money. Sincerely, you're wearing a jacket and you're sweating profusely under the sun and no money. They will just give you ambiguous names, bad names, and you will be working with so much pride, not knowing that there is no money attached to those names. He decided to combine with his wife, and sincerely, we call them the Eric and the Marina War of Phytoscience. They've been doing wonderfully well. Today, they are diamonds in different colors. They are diamonds. The wife is my upline. When she told me about, I couldn't boast of 20,000 naira. I'm not ashamed to say it to anybody. I could not boast 20,000 naira. But within 13 days of me coming aboard the business, I made 1.7 million. Within 13 days, I made 1.7 million. And that was the gaga for me. That was the gaga for me. And for almost 6 years now, I have not rested. I preach this. So I know you who are listening today, tonight, you will go gaga, except you don't understand what we've been talking about. Phytoscience is the place to be. It's a beautiful place. I said we are going to showcase the products. Hey, God. I said we are going to showcase the products, and we are also going to talk about the incentive, but our time is gone. Oh. Our time is gone. I don't know if we, okay, this is what we'll do. Can you get back to the person who has invited you? Because I want us not to leave without getting involved. Get back to the person who has invited you. For you to be on board Phytoscience is the cheapest kind of business so far. Hey, yeah, somebody is waiting for the go on. See, for you to be on board Phytoscience, it is the cheapest business you can ever find. Do you know 4 days ago, specifically, 4 days ago, I was in an analysis someone who wants to own a boutique in Port Harcourt. Now, she made mention of the area where she wants to open the boutique, and I asked her, first of all, are you going online? She said, that will happen. Number 2, the choice area you found, how much was it? She gave me the quotation. Okay, was it a boutique before? She said, no. That means you're going to refurbish to your taste. She said, yes. Okay, the fittings, the cabinet, and everything, have you made an estimation? She gave me an estimation that is like ×2 of the rent of the shop. We wanted all the guitars, the mirrors, a top thing. I said, how about your clothes? She said she's going to be getting her clothes. She will be getting her clothes from some countries, and she will also be sourcing Nigerian designers. I said, okay, how much would that be? She told me it was like ×4 of the rent. Are you putting this together? The rent, the fittings is ×2 of the rent. The clothes and everything is going to be like ×4 of the rent. I now ask her, people in the other side of town, would they know your boutique is here? She said, no. I said, so how are you going to do? She said, because she said she was going to go online. She was going to escalate the business and make everybody know. I now asked her, can you be in shop 24 hours? She said, no. Would there be a time you would take a salesperson? She said, yes. Are you going to pay the salesperson? She said, yes. Multiplied by a year of paying that salesperson, she multiplied. If you are in the business, I'm sure you are calculating, and you're a person who is your salesperson. She said she will try, but we cannot trust anybody 100%. I said, that means your mind is not at rest. She said, definitely. Now, this business that we are talking about, she has counted close to 10 million naira. 10 million naira for a boutique that she does not know if people will come on a daily basis. For a boutique that you cannot tell somebody to toss the clothes they bought yesterday and buy another one. But there is nobody, irrespective of class, social status, religion, color, that does not want to stay in good health. I have not seen. Please, if you know that person who does not want to stay in good health, point the person to me. Your business is open 24/7. all the speakers, you will hear them say, I have business partner here, I have business partner here. When this country is sleeping, the other country is waking up. When these people are preparing to have breakfast, those ones there are sleeping. Your business is alive. It is not alleged, nobody is allergic to it. It's a business that everybody wants to know. If I tell you all the things I do with Phytoscience, you will marvel. Reach that person. I told you the litany of people from one doctor to the other. Yes, doctors, you heard us correctly. Doctors and ophthalmologists joined the team because one of his patients who was supposed to go for a laser surgery couldn't go because of COVID. But by the time he came back, he asked if he had gone for the surgery. He said, no, COVID made us stay at home. So what did you do? He said, I didn't do anything. Oh, you did something. This is not the same site I saw. He said, okay, I don't know, but my friend got me something for prostate health. And using that is the only thing I know I've used so far sitting at home for COVID. He used that for prostate health. It did not only help prostate, it also helped with boosting his immune system. It also helped him to take care of sites he was going for laser for. The doctor asked him what the name was, and he said, the doctor quickly got his phone and showed a picture. Is it this? He said, yes. That day, the doctor called one of my team members and signed up. Please, before another person will come and tell me, I want to start. So doctors are listening. Mr. Victor told us that a market watch gave a projection that by 2024, the stem cell market would have risen to $467 billion. Let me shock us. That projection was given on the 25th of February, 2019. Market Watch gave that projection on the 25th of February, 2019. You and I know that 25th of February, 2019, there was nothing in the world like COVID. Now, COVID came and you became aware of not just your health, but the health of your neighbor. If somebody sneezes twice where you are, you will be so conscious and uncomfortable. You will want to cover your face. If somebody coughs twice, you will ask the person, where is your face mask? Now you are conscious of not just you, but your neighbor. What is happening now is because of the awareness of the health of everybody in the world today. Should I shock you that by 2021, March 17, 2021, the stem cell market rose to $1,461 billion. 1461. It was 467. That was the projection, but it rose higher in like triple form because the world became aware that the stem cell is the solution. It was when the COVID was happening that it was globally pronounced that somebody with HIV, I don't know if you heard of it, somebody with HIV got their health back with the stem cell. So yes, the stem cell is out there. You may have been hearing of stem cells, maybe the embryonic, the pluripotent, but these are the stem cells where you don't need surgery. Kindly reach the person who has spoken to you. This is some minutes to 10. I would not want us to close without Father blessing us, so that the person can showcase the phytoscience. Please, if it is not phytoscience, it is not phytoscience. Let the person showcase the phytoscience stem cell to you. Let them show you the Mauritius trip. There is a trip in Mauritius coming up for Mauritius, all expense paid. All you need to do is work with the power of 4. As you have come on board this night, write down the name of as many people, get 4 people into your team, tell them to bring in 4. Let's work with the power of 4. Everybody doing their 4. When we do 4, it is easier for us. If they want the platinum package, let them do 4. If they want the gold package, let them do 11 gold. If they want silver, we do 55. We have from now till the end of December. If all of us do what I have just stated, we are all going to be in Mauritius, all expense paid. And do you know the beautiful thing? You will be ending the year very strong financially. You'll be ending the year financially strong. You would have ranked in Phytoscience because you would have made $8,000 and you would have become dual rank in Phytoscience. These are many more at the beat. You will make friends, unimaginable friends. If I tell you the people I can call in different countries now, and they'll be willing to listen to me. You will make friends. People will trust you. People will bless you. They will ask God to bless you. You will have family members scattered all around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we have said a lot tonight. It's almost 10 p.m. I want to say a very big thank you to everybody for coming. We are not taking this for granted. It is because you are here that we are here. We come every Tuesday, hoping to see you. Please, next Tuesday, we don't want this house to be this scanty. I want somebody to tell me, Alex, please, let's upgrade. The house is 100 and my people don't have a place to be. They want to come on board, but the house is full. I want you from today, ring that person in Australia, talk to that person in Cameroon, talk to that person in Canada, let the person in Trinidad and Tobago here. The person that is in Bangladesh, tell them about Phytoscience. There is no place Phytoscience cannot go because it has the USAFDA, the United States of America Food and Drug Agency certification. It is allowed certified. It can go to Saudi Arabia, it can go to Iran, it can go to Afghanistan, it can go to anywhere. It is kosher rated. The Jews can use it, anybody can use it. It is not modified by any pork fat or something. You can take it to anywhere. It's natural. It is authentic and it is Phytoscience. You make money from 13.5% to 45%. Real-time income, passive income, money that gladdens your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, I am sure we don't really have questions. A lot of people, I don't think we have questions tonight. So because it is just the nick of 10, I want Father to please bless us before we go. Please unmute yourself, Father.
Yeah, you need to unmute yourself, sir.
Okay, here comes the blessing. Can you hear me? Yes. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth. The Lord be with you and with your spirit.
And with your spirit.
May Almighty God bless you and protect you. In the name of the Father, and of the Son,
And of the Son and the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Father. Today is a really, really wonderful day.
Yes,
Please, you will tell your friends, anybody who did not come for tonight's presentation, tell them that they missed a lot. Don't let next week find them without being on the Platinum Partners platform on Tuesday. Watch out for the link. Tell the person who's invited you to send you the link for Tuesday next week. We could be showcasing a lot of things, and I'm sure you will not want to miss out. From this, from me, from the team of the Platinum Partners, I say thank you so very much. Do have a wonderful night. Please, you can unmute yourself and shout, we are the trend makers.